Hey Trek Stars, it's Trek Star Sam. Thank you for visiting my channel. And I talk about travel, lifestyle, beauty, interviews, and things like that. So if you like my content, please feel free to subscribe below. As well, you can also find me on Instagram at Trek Star Sam, where you can follow me pretty much around the world. Well, today, if actually not just today, but for a while, I won't be going around the world for a while. You're not going to see any travel video today, but today I thought I would take some time to talk about the elephant in the room, which is pretty much keeping us all inside. And I don't need to mention the name of that elephant, as YouTube is cracking down on people that actually make videos that mention the name of this illness that's going around, that's keeping us all inside pretty much until further notice. I don't really blame YouTube for doing that, because there's a lot of misinformation that people are putting out there just for clicks and views. And, people are trying to make money off of this. And there's just a lot of misinformation that's going on in general about it. So YouTube is striking videos basically that are talking about it. I think it's good for them to do that. I think we all should just be listening to the experts, and we shouldn't, be on YouTube at home, watching our video after video after video about this. It's bad for our mental health, and it's better to get our information from the people, the doctors that actually know. They're actually seeing it every day. They know what they're talking about more than some random person who, is on YouTube. That's just what I think. But basically, I do want to talk a little bit about it, since it's pretty much everyone is. Personally, it is affecting me a bit. I was supposed to go next Sunday. I was supposed to leave the United States to go to Jordan. I was going to fly to Jordan via Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, but I won't be doing that now. Turkey just closed its borders to all international travel earlier this week. And Jordan actually has been closed for, I'm going to say, the last 3 to 4 weeks. They've been quarantined, and they've been under strict quarantine. Like for the last week and a half in Jordan, they weren't allowed to leave their homes for any reason. So they were supposed to stock up on goods, and they were supposed to stay in their house from I think Saturday to Tuesday. And anybody who was found outside during that time were actually arrested, and they're going to be in prison for up to 1 year. So they've taken it very seriously over there, and they were supposed to have reopened their country by the 1st of April. But now they're saying it's going to be more April 13th or 14th, and I was supposed to fly out on April 5th. But apparently that's not going to be happening now, so I actually have to call the airline tomorrow and try to get to the bottom of, my ticket, how I can change it, all the policies that go along with that. So I'm pretty much stuck in San Francisco for a while, but I'm not upset about it. I'm actually spending lots of time with family and virtually with friends online. I'm getting so much work done. I'm over halfway through with my second novel. I write science fiction, and I wrote a novel, published it last year, and I'm working on the sequel now. So that's going good. I've started taking a real estate course. I want to get my real estate license. So I just started that yesterday. So I have tons of time to read. I'm writing on my old pen pals again. I'm literally making video calls with people that I have not spoken to in years. Like there's some friends that I made when I was living in Turkey and Poland and Croatia. I haven't reached out to some of them for years, even though we're Facebook friends. But now I actually find time to call and talk to them. Everyone's at home, so they are, everyone's available to talk. So I've been reconnecting with a lot of people that probably under normal circumstances I wouldn't have time to reconnect with. So things have been going great for me. I still have a lot of bookings. I work online, so I still have a lot of students that are booking me. My bookings are actually higher than ever, because everybody's at home, and they, their kids can't be educated in school, so their parents sometimes want them to study online, basically. So I'm getting more bookings than ever. So things are actually working out very well for me under this quarantine. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not, really that upset about it. So yeah, but otherwise, I thought I would get on here and give you some tips about how to stay sane, how to be productive during this time, and etc. So probably the number one and best tip that I can give you guys as to how to be productive is basically to stay healthy. Stay healthy. That's and establish a healthy lifestyle. That's probably the best when you're at home specifically. Every morning I wake up, and the first thing I do is I take my multivitamin, And I also take additional vitamin C and vitamin D. So those two vitamins are very, very important to keep your immune system strong and healthy. I read an article the other day where they are treating patients of this illness, I almost slipped and said it, with high doses of vitamin C, and they have been having positive effects. So vitamin C is very, very healthy and necessary for our bodies to remain strong and keep our immune system strong. You can get vitamin C in things like oranges, kiwis, even berries like strawberries and things. But I always supplement. You never have to worry about taking too much vitamin C because you're going to just excrete it through your urine if you get too much. But definitely keep your levels high. That's pretty important to keeping healthy. And vitamin D is also very important. Definitely keep up on that. I'm vitamin D deficient. My doctor diagnosed me, so I always take extra vitamin D. That's one of the vitamins that we get from the sun. And since we're all stuck indoors, it's harder to get more direct sunlight because we can't be outside as many hours as we were before all this happened. So be sure that you're keeping up on your vitamin levels. Prevention is always better than cure. So definitely it's better to keep your levels high of vitamins so you can stay healthier longer. And even if you're sick, having a high immune system will help you get over it faster. Another tip definitely that's important is to drink lots of water daily. I've started a challenge with some friends online where we're going to drink 2 liters of water. And this is what a liter of water looks like. So I'm supposed to get 2 of these a day. Okay, guys, we're all at home. We all have like stock of toilet paper in our homes already. So we don't have to worry about drinking more because we have enough toilet paper to cover us. So it's good to drink more water for sure to keep your systems flushed. They say for pretty much every illness, if you can flush it out of your body as soon as possible is great. So it doesn't even have to be something serious. Keep your systems flushed all the time with water and you're going to stay healthier longer. So definitely 2 of these a day, or some people do 3, some people do a gallon, so it really depends on you. But I'm saying at least 2 liters a day. That's probably healthy. I drink 1 when I get up in the morning, and then I drink another 1 throughout the entire day. And I'm also drinking tea and whatnot all the time as well. So that's a lot of extra water I'm getting for that. But definitely stay hydrated is very important during these times to maintain a healthy body. Definitely another health tip is to eat well, for sure. A lot of people, they ran out, they grabbed a whole bunch of food, and now they're at home. They're not being as active as they used to be, and they're eating like a lot of food that maybe they shouldn't be. I don't know. During this time, we all love our comfort foods, especially in times of uncertainty. We love comfort foods like ice cream and, lots of carbs and lots of, unhealthy stuff. But it's really important when you're quarantining at home, I believe, to eat a healthy diet and healthy regiment of food, fruits and vegetables. For sure, because, we're not moving as much as we used to. We're not as active as we used to be. So it's very important to get our fruits and our vegetables. They also have a lot of great vitamins and minerals in them that will help keep us healthy. And as well, they're good foods to help us be less lethargic, less depressed. Some foods with a lot of sugar, for example, you get a high and then you kind of get a crash. And people who eat junk food, they have a higher rates of depression than people that eat healthy. And you just feel better about yourself when you know that you're eating a healthy diet. So that's why it's very important to eat a healthy lifestyle in addition to taking vitamins and drinking lots of water. Also, exercise is key. I'm a little bit slow with this. This is, I think, day 13 or 14 of the quarantine here in San Francisco. And so I've just started my at-home exercise regimen yesterday. I just bought this new jump rope. It just came in the mail through Amazon. So it's raining today. I normally have a patio, so I exercise outside. But it's been raining this whole weekend, so I'm pretty much using part of my living room. I'm moving some furniture around and using that as kind of an impromptu gym for a while. And, I'm just doing my sit-ups, my, jumping rope. I have another machine where it's kind of like a twister. You stand on it and you can twist from side to side. It's really good. I should have brought it to show you, but it's actually very convenient. So I'm using that for half an hour a day. So I'm definitely keeping my exercise regimen up. That's one way that you can kind of keep the pounds away in addition to eating healthy. And it kind of keeps your spirits up. Exercise is really good to keep your mind clear and healthy as well. And it kind of also helps to fight against depression and anxiety and things like that. So even though you're at home, I know it's so tempting to be a couch potato and just sit and watch YouTube videos and Netflix all day, but it is important to stay moving even when you're at home, and to keep that exercise regimen up to keep your body and your mind healthy. Probably the number one tip is how you can be productive during this time is to stop worrying about it. Worry and stress are huge killers. Worry and stress lowers the immune system. If you're constantly worried, oh wow, I'm going to get it, 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 chances are you will. I mean, there's power in the tongue. There's power in, what you're thinking. Chances are, if you think something's negative is going to happen to you all the time, chances are it will, because you're kind of inviting that into your life by worrying and having your mind dwell on it so much. So it's very important to disconnect from the matrix, especially the internet and the media. I get up every morning now, I watch, I look at an update, I watch it for maybe half an hour, 30 minutes, and then I turn it off. I turn it off. I don't read articles about it online. I don't watch YouTube videos concerning it. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with all of this doom and gloom that's happening around you. Yes, this is a very serious disease that's going around, or virus, and why we should take it seriously. There's no reason to live our lives in fear and panic. For example, I remember something that my old, the Christian conference center that I used to go to when I was a kid, one of the speakers there pretty much says that worrying is you telling God that he doesn't know what he's doing and that you don't trust him enough to protect you. And I never ever forgot that. And I believe it's true. If you really believe in God, if you believe in divine protection over you, then you can't worry about it. There's even a verse in the Bible that says, be anxious for nothing, but pray and make your request known to God. And so anxious is another way of saying, worrying about things. So definitely, I can't worry about that type of thing, So like a lot of people are saying, oh, wow, I can't believe you go outside without a mask these days. I'm like, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I really do believe in God's divine protection over me. And that, of course, I'm not saying that if you believe in divine protection, don't wash your hands, don't take precautions, shake hands with everybody you meet, and, don't practice social distancing. I'm not saying that. We definitely should be taking this seriously and following all the guidelines that, they're giving us to try to avoid it. But, I'm not going to worry about it. Like every time I go to the store, I have to wear a hazmat suit or a mask or gloves, just to do my grocery shopping. I think I'm not saying that there's wrong with doing that. If you want to do it, that's fine. But I'm not going to panic and to the point where I really have to. I'm very healthy. I believe in saving the mask for the healthcare professionals who need it. So I don't really see any reason to kind of go crazy, when it comes to doing this. And, so that's just how I feel about it, So don't worry about it, because the media is going to make you feel like, it's like Armageddon out there. And I think that's very important to realize that the media gets paid for covering this. They get paid for writing articles, whether they're true or not. And so this is a big hot item, and everybody is trying to monetize as much as they can off of people's fear. And people will continue to do that. And as long as people feed into that, they're going to continue to do it. Like, for example, I think there have been 200 cases of this illness reported worldwide. 100,000 people have recovered fine. Why isn't the media talking about that? I actually know someone who's diagnosed with this illness. He's resting and recovering fine at home. He rates it a 5 out of 10 for severity. He had a cough and some muscle spasms, but otherwise he was fine. 85% of people don't even need to be hospitalized for this. 10% I think do need to be hospitalized and then they recover, and then 5% of course they pass away. But the media is not covering the positive aspects of this. They're always just they're covering the doom and gloom and trying to scare us and things like that. So while we should take it seriously, we should not let ourselves be frightened by the media and just stay at home and just hide and, saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to get sick. Definitely while you're at home, stay at home, but be productive as you can and turn off the television. After a while, we do have to disconnect from the matrix on occasion, and it's really important for our mental health is to not let the media use their tactics to keep us in fear and to keep us mortified of this entire thing. Just listen to the science, as our former president said, listen to the science and, do the recommendations, but keep calm and carry on. One really fun way you can be productive during this time is to start a new hobby or reconnect with an old one. That's definitely been what I've been doing since I have been stuck in the house. For example, when I was a kid, from the ages of 11 to 14, I used to play classical guitar and acoustic guitar as well. So I've dusted the 25 pounds of dust off of both of my guitars, and I'm starting to play again, which is really nice to get back to that. I also used to write letters to my friends when I was a kid. I'm pretty much dating myself, but I'm one of the generations that grew up before the internet, so I actually used to write letters to pen pals and friends all over the world, and I think that's kind of how I got started with being interested in other cultures and things, because I used to have pen pals literally from Europe, South America, Africa, Asia, and they always used to tell me things about their country, send me little gifts and stuff from their country, and I think that's kind of how my love of travel started, because I used to travel through my friends' letters they would send me, and it was just amazing. It was amazing. And a lot of these people I still know, and we still exchange letters on occasion, cards, little knickknacks in the mail, and so I've gotten back to that, which is really lovely. It's so my writer's knot had completely disappeared, because who writes anymore, with a pen and paper. But it's now actually coming back, because I've been doing so much writing, actual physical writing again. And it's really great. I've also started doing things, like I said, I started a real estate course, so that's kind of not a hobby, but it's going to be a new professional thing that I'm getting into. I'm still working on my second novel, as I said before. There's lots of wonderful things you can do now to be productive. I literally cleaned my house from top to bottom in my house. My bedroom is now spotless. My foyer is spotless, and it's been great. I've been doing so many productive things during this time that when things are normal, I never would find time to do. And that's one of the things that you can focus on while you're at home. Home improvements, old hobbies, new hobbies. I got my visa to Russia. My visa to Russia's in. I got my passport back. However, of course, I'm not going to be able to travel to Russia right now. But as they're also locked down, I think until further notice, they're not accepting any international flights. But I have a 3-year visa, multi-entry visa. So when I do get there, it'll be great. And I'm taking it upon myself to learn Russian at home, because I'm going to need it when I go to Russia, because not everybody in Russia speaks English. Most people don't. So while I'm at home doing nothing, take up another language. I want to study Korean. I want to study Russian. I want to study a little bit more Dutch when I go back to the Netherlands later this year. So it's a big time. It's a perfect time for all the things that have been on your bucket list before to do. Now's the time to do it. And these days are going fast. It's already been nearly 2 weeks since we've started, and I've kept myself busy with so many things that I really haven't felt miserable. I have so many friends on Facebook who are like, wow, I can't believe I'm stuck in the house. I'm going crazy. I'm like, there's so many things you can do at home. There's so many things you can be productive, Get that board game out, dominoes, Monopoly, Uno, play with your family. There's lots of things you can even do online. You can start your own business. You can take a course on Udemy. There's so many things you could do to be productive at home, and even earn extra income at home. You can keep your professional life up as well during this time, or learn how to code, or there's just so many things we could be doing at home to be productive. even when it's not entertainment like Netflix or watching movies and things like that, you know. So definitely try to be as productive as possible. Every morning I get up, I put my clothes on, I put my makeup on, I do my makeup. Even if I only have one student, I get dressed up for them. So I'm just trying to be as productive as I can during this time, with most of my professional activities and my personal activities as well. So there's tons of things to do at home. We're going to get through this. So keep your head up and be productive as you can during this period of quarantine. And we're going to get through this together, guys. So hang in. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to me on my soapbox today. I've been wanting to make a video about this for a while, but I've had to get into the right headspace and etc. So I'm so happy I'm finally able to do it. You see me being productive during quarantine, yay! So yes, please feel free to subscribe again if you haven't already, and please feel free to give me a comment about how you are doing in this quarantine, maybe whatever country you're in. Maybe you can give me an update on how this is working out in your country, you know, whether you have to stay in, whether you're still, you know, whether you have a total lockdown, whether you're in shelter in place. Just let me know. I try to keep up with the entire situation of what's happening around the world concerning this, but of course, you know, even I don't have time, even in my quarantine, to research every single country and what every single country is doing about it. But so feel free to tell me about it. I really am interested in hearing about that. Or if you want to send me an article or something about what's happening in your country in English, please feel free to do that too. But otherwise, yes, you guys, hang in there. We will get through this together. And I have a feeling in the next few months, you know, this will all be over and life will be returning to normalcy. But still, since we're all stuck, you know, in the home, try to be as productive as possible. Try to really smile and be extra kind to everybody you meet during this time. Practice your social distancing when you're outside. Don't go outside for unnecessary things. And yeah, learn something new, keep up your hobbies, keep up your personal and professional development. And yeah, you will be coming out of this, emerging from this better than you did when we got into it. So that's my takeaways from it. And thank you so much for listening. And I hope to be back. I'm probably going to do in the future maybe some more fashion stuff. I'm going to, you know, show you some looks for some modest fashion things I'm going to do. So when I get back to Jordan, they're into modest fashion there. So I'm going to show you some looks for that. And a few other fun things that I'm going to be doing for you guys as well while we're all stuck in the house together. All right, guys, take super care. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye.